Yeah. Get high rapper. Man hour. You already know. It's live. It's raw. It's going down. Like this. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest thing you ever seen, you already know. Let me introduce you to your host of the hour. It be Mike and Mike. Yeah, it's the Man Hour. Got the hottest plays, all the breaking news. Every rumor, every trade, every breaking bruise. Tighten knuckle screws. Yeah, it's going down. Heavy saying what the fuck and never watered down. It's going down. I'll be rolling up. And if you buy it or you sell it, then you made the cut. Watch me flip it back. I can double up. I got sriracha for that ass, I'ma burn it up. Gotta check the rules, but know that it be fair and foul. Rep throw the whistle, coach throw the towel. We can do this on the field or outside the lines. It's the Man Hour though, now we going live.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckeister here with the Man Hour. Head over to manhourradio.com and check out the merchandise page of the Beastie Burst has officially dropped. Beastie merch is here. Check it out. It is a great time. Over there, we got hoodies, t-shirts. We got the tumblers, which we're giving away a Man Hour logo tumbler this week. So use hashtag Beastie in the comments, space, and how many points you would like to enter in. You have to put a minimum of 2 in there to win that tumbler. We will be giving away Thursday here on live. YouTube.com/Man Hour. So Beastie merch is live, tumblers are live, books, bags are live. Guys, everything, we are uploading merch each and every day over there at manhourradio.com. So be sure to check it out tonight. We are going to talk with some Luke G field review tonight. He is scheduled to be on with us tonight as this is his Tuesday weekly segment with Luke G. We are really excited to have him on tonight. And we also, guys, we're going to talk some Ravens. We're going to talk some Baker Mayfield. We're going to talk some Monday Night Football and preview just a little bit, just a touch of Week 7 NFL season. But I am flying solo tonight here the first half hour. So if you are in the chat, be sure to give a hashtag Beastie space how many points you or how many raffle tickets you like to enter in. You have to enter in at minimum of 2. Up to 5,000 you can enter. So we are giving away this tumbler right here. So Man Hour logo tumbler. Check it out, guys. It is awesome. And it is going to be a very great action-packed night. So as you guys know here at Man Hour, we like to dabble on the left side of the fence every now and then. And tonight, we might be dabbling on the left side of the fence. So if you are new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, hit that bell icon and share us with a couple friends and as well. And give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you're getting any value of it whatsoever, give us a ranking one way or the other here at youtube.com/Man Hour. It helps us more than you will ever know. And as we are trying to reach more audience and grow, sometimes it is a grind. And that grind is, starting to flourish a little bit here. So, guys, also Project XX is well underway. Had a huge meeting for Project XX this afternoon here about 3 o'clock East Coast time. So as more information comes into fruition for that, some big things are going to be happening, guys. So stay tuned for Project XX coming up here with the Man Hour Radio coming up here very soon. Hopefully everything comes in fruition and hammers it the way we want it to go. So we do have some people jumping into the chat here. What's up, Trent, over there on the Twitter? I'm glad you can make it here tonight. Also, Trace, thank you for joining us as well. And Alpha Rod is in here as well tonight. So Alpha Rod, you guys got the people talking over there on the YouTube page with your whole comment about the Arizona Cardinals. Was that Monday Night or Sun? And so thank you for that. You are making us go a little viral, I guess you can say. But it is time to get into some Monday Night Football talk. Titans and Bills had a back-and-forth slugfest last night, guys, and it was a pretty good game to watch. The Titans did pull it out 34-31 because of some play calling toward the end of the game. So that's exactly where I want to jump into right here, right now. The Buffalo Bills and Sean McDermott went for it at 4th and 1 about the 10-yard line. I can't remember exactly where it was at, but it's a 10-yard line-ish. It was 4th and 1 with 10 seconds left in the game. So at this point, guys, they're down 34-31, and they decide to run a quarterback sneak with Josh Allen. Okay, Josh Allen, guys, is 6'5", 240 plus pounds, right? And he runs a quarterback sneak and he gets stuffed. So when I look at this play here, there are three things wrong that I see with this play right off the bat. For one, your offensive line got absolutely destroyed on this quarterback sneak. Everybody and their dog knew that when you lined up underneath center and you did a hard count or a quick count, they knew exactly where it was going to go. So that offensive line got destroyed. And of course, Josh Allen slipped as well. So there's part number two. When you're 6'5", 240-pound quarterback slips, I don't care how big or how strong he is, when he slips, he is not going to get very far up the field, right? And then number three, you are on the road, Monday Night Football. So many people are praising Sean McDermott for this play call, and Sean McDermott himself said that he would do that play 10 times over and still call the same play. Well, Buffalo Bill fans, that's why you will never win a Super Bowl in Sean McDermott's lifetime. With his tenure as a coach, that's exactly why you will not win a Super Bowl, is because of what just happened right there. You are down by 3 on the road, Monday Night Football, 4th and 1. You kick the damn field goal. I don't care who you are. I don't care if your quarterback's Lamar Jackson, John Elway, freaking Brett Favre. It doesn't matter. You can even have the GOAT Tom Brady. You kick the field goal. You go into the tie and you go into overtime. That's exactly what you do on Monday Night Football on the road. Now, if you were at home, what do? You go for the win, right? So many people think the philosophy backwards, right? You think if you are on the road, you want to go for the win, right? You don't want to go for the tie. You don't want to go into overtime. Absolutely false. You go for the freaking tie. You go into overtime, and that's where the Buffalo Bills messed up, and that's where the Buffalo Bills will bite them in the butt moving forward 100%. So you guys can say all you want about Sean McDermott making this right play call, doing this right, doing that right. It's the wrong play call. All you sports people on ESPN and Fox and NBC and whatever, say what you want. That was the wrong play call. Stop patting this guy on his back. It was the wrong freaking play call. What is up, Drew? I see you in the chat, big guy. Thank you for tuning in as always. And if you guys see a little symbol, the Man Hour logo by Drew's name there over youtube.com/Man Hour, that's because Drew is a member. And you can become a member as well by simply clicking that join button. As little as 99 cents a month, guys, you get all additional perks of being part of Man Hour Nation. You get merch discount. Heck, you want discount on BC merch, right? You get a merch discount. And then for $9.99, you get one after show a week and some behind the scenes footage one time a week as well. $2.99, you get a little bit more additional discounts on perks. You get access to the fantasy football show with Wyatt and Tori. You get access to behind the scenes footage, after hour show, and then the $5.99 deal, guys. That's what Drew's at. That's where all the magic happens. You get a t-shirt after 6 months of service, plus everything that I just mentioned. Plus, you get enrolled into the Vegas trip. Who doesn't want to go to Vegas during the NFL draft with the boys, with the Man Hour crew? And then for $9.99, you guys, that's where the real magic happens. That's officially where Man Hour Nation takes off. You get a hoodie every year. You are part of Man Hour Nation, plus all the perks of the other levels as well. Plus, every night you get behind the scenes footage, after hours footage, etc., and a sneak peek into Project XX of what is going on there. So big shout out to Drew for being in the chat. Drew, thank you as always for being here, man. So back to the Bills and Titans here. So we talked about how Sean McDermott, I think, shit the bed 100%. But let's talk on the other side of the coin. Let's talk about King Henry himself. Derrick Henry had quite the game that, many people wish they could have had, right? King Henry had 113 yards just after contact alone. He had 143 yards rushing yards and then 153 all-purpose yards on just 22 touches. That is the big key there right there is 22 touches because we know that the Tennessee Titans love to run Derrick Henry into the ground. 30, 40 touches a game, consistently pound him. But Derrick Henry, guys, I saw something that I have never seen from him in the past 3 or 4 seasons where he's become, quote, the King Henry, right? He hit damn near 22 miles an hour on that 70-yard run. 22 miles an hour. This guy's like, what, 6'3", 6'4", 250 pounds? That is moving. Like, he was taking strides about 5 yards a stride. It was absolutely crazy when you see him run like that. He just looks like he was moving in slow motion, but man, he was booking. So I am officially on this King Henry bandwagon and King Henry for MVP. Why not? I mean, how is he not the MVP of the league right now? He has almost 700 yards rushing. He is easily carrying the Titans. Let's just be honest. They have now catapulted into a 4-2 record here. Arguably one of the best teams in the AFC. We'll be talking that later in the show and tomorrow when Graham Wallace joins us during the NFL Power Rankings tomorrow show. So pretty excited about that. So I wonder, will he have the Titans? Guys, there should be a poll coming up some here. Are the Titans a top 10 team in the NFL? I'll be sure to get that poll started here momentarily. So King Henry, guys, he did something that I have not seen in a very, very long time. That was not only break a 70-yard run, but the way he ran the ball last night, it was something that you don't see very often. I mean, like, he was consistently pounding the ball over and over and over. Hell, what was it? The first 5 or 6 carries, he had like 6 carries for 8 yards, right? And then he broke that 70-yard run. Absolutely crazy, right? But that's what's so special about King Henry is he wears you down, and then boom, he breaks it out for 22 miles an hour and breaks a 70-yard run. And then he wants the ball again the very next play. It's absolutely crazy to see that. And I want to know in the comments, guys, do you think that Derrick Henry is the MVP of the league right now? I mean, yes, we have people like Josh Allen. We have people like Lamar Jackson, Herbert for the Chargers, right? Derek Carr was even in the conversation there for a little while. I mean, you can have Aaron Rodgers in the conversation like as well. How is he not at least in the top 10 or sorry, the top 5 even right now? Because right now, my front runner MVP would probably be Lamar Jackson. I mean, he's probably a front runner right now. He's putting that team on his back. We'll be talking about that later in the show because he had a key injury. And then you have Derrick Henry, and then you have Herbert, and then like after that we have like Derek Carr. I mean, and then maybe some Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it is. This year, you have to almost give it to him just because 700 yards in 6 games. I mean, he is absolutely doing it. Drew says, no, he is not MVP. So, Drew, are you referring to Derrick Henry? Derrick Henry is not a MVP yet? I mean, like, why is he not a MVP? I mean, when you think of MVP, it's the most valuable player. So that is when you say he is the most valuable player on that team. And Derrick Henry is by far the most valuable player on his team. There is no question in my mind. And did he say, did hell freeze over just because I put Lamar Jackson as a front runner of the MVP? Yeah, I mean, you can say maybe hell froze over a little bit, but truth be told, Lamar Jackson is a great athlete. He's a good quarterback. Is he a great quarterback? Absolutely not. He will probably never be a great quarterback just because of the skill set that he presents. Is Michael Vick a Hall of Fame quarterback? No, he is not. Why? Because of the skill set that he possessed. Yes, later in his career, Michael Vick started to throw the ball great, right? When his body started to break down on him, he started to be able to stay in the pocket and really exploit his arm ability. Lamar Jackson will never have that opportunity because he will, once his body breaks down, they'll be through with him in the league. It is a eat you up, chew you out league right now. Lamar Jackson might sign one big deal, and then after that, that is about it. So I'm trying to bring up Lamar Jackson's stats on the year, and Drew, actually, we talked this a little bit last night. We had like almost 2,000 all-purpose yards just by himself. What was it, 1,200 passing and 800 rushing? Or I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean he definitely is a top MVP candidate, 100%. And then Drew also comes in and says MVP. Derrick Henry is an MVP on his team, not in the league. Ooh, Derrick Henry is an MVP on his team, but not in the league. Let me try to wrap my head around that one more time. Derrick Henry is an MVP on his team, but not in the league. How is that possible, Drew? I mean, yes, I see your comment here saying that Henry is an MVP on his team, but not in the league. But how can you possibly say that? Because if you would put Derrick Henry on any other team in the NFL, he would probably be better, to be honest. Let's put Derrick Henry on the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys are even hands and feet better than what they are now. He is better than Zeke right now. Yes, I'm saying that with a grain of salt, just because like I think Zeke and Pollard has a perfect 1-2 punch, and that is great for the Dallas Cowboys. But if you were to insert Derrick Henry onto that team, wow, watch out. Put Derrick Henry on the Kansas City Chiefs. Put that dominant running game along with that passing game. That opens up a world of possibilities for the Kansas City Chiefs even more. And it keeps our defense off of the field because our defense is terrible. Put them on the Dolphins. The Dolphins might be a playoff caliber team. They wouldn't be a worse team in the NFL right now. The Jaguars are the same way. I mean, put Derrick Henry on any other team, he instantly makes that team better, 100%. So how is that not a MVP of the league? I mean, we've heard Combs say that Deshaun Watson on any other team in the NFL automatically makes them a playoff caliber team. Derrick Henry on any other team right now makes them a playoff caliber team. So he definitely has that Deshaun Watson effect. Actually, it might even be better effect just because when you put a player like Derrick Henry, it keeps the opposing offense off the field and makes your defense look that much better. Hands down, he is the MVP, Drew. There is no question in my mind. Drew also comes back and says, yes, he is the best running back in the league right now, but I would not put him in the MVP category yet. Keyword is yet. What does he have to do to put you in that category, Drew? What does Derrick Henry have to do for you to be able to put him in that MVP caliber race? Just because, I mean, he's already done it all, right? He got 2,000 yards last year. This year, it is no question in my mind that he'll get the 2,000 yards with the extra game. I mean, heck, he might get 2,400 yards for all we know at the current pace. He is at, right? What, 6 weeks, he's at 700 yards. So 12 weeks, that'd be 1,400 plus another 7. I mean, he should be easily getting 2,000 yards this season. No question like about it. What does he have to do to become an MVP caliber in the NFL? Just not his team, but in the NFL, Drew, in your eyes? That's the question that I want answered. Just because I think that he is the MVP of the league. No question in my mind. So as Drew comes back up with that answer, I'm very, very intrigued, Drew, just because I have kind of been a Derrick Henry hater per se, just because, you know, that he did come on so late and he has been abused so much in Tennessee that the fact is that, you know, a running back's body at 27 years old has already been used and abused. Now, I don't let me look how old Derrick Henry is right now. Granted, I know his first year or 2 years, you know, he didn't really touch the ball at all. Why does he keep going to the Falcons every time we click on the Titans? That's weird. But whatever. I've been trying to pull up the freaking Titans roster for 10 minutes here finally pulls up. Thank you, Spectrum, for having such fantastic internet. Big shout out to Spectrum. You guys are freaking horrible. But I digress on that. So ding, 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 ding. As the roster loads here, I know this is Derrick Henry's, at least 5th year in the league, right? So Derrick Henry there he is. He's 27 years old, 6th year in the league. He has gone through his prime as a running back, but he seems kind of like Tom Brady a little bit. Keeps getting better with age, right? But now, am I saying next year he will be at the top of his game again? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that whatsoever right now. What I am saying is right now, right here, right now, my eye test is telling me that he is best in the game. He is the MVP, and there's no competition. So, I guess Drew is trying to avoid the answer here, or the question here. What does Derrick Henry got to do to become an MVP in the NFL? Somebody said on Twitter, it says Facebook user, which is weird. So Facebook user, be sure to go ahead and click on allow me to use your name so I know who you are. But Facebook user says that Derrick Henry has nothing less to prove. He can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. What? Derrick Henry can retire right now and be Hall of Fame? You're absolutely smoking crack if you think that. You are smoking I'm jumped on the Derrick Henry bandwagon, but for you to say that Hall of Fame right now, absolutely not. No, sir. Yes, he's had a 2000s. Well, actually, I take that back. I take that back. I believe by strictly just getting 2,000 yards in a season, at a 16-game season, you almost got to put Derrick Henry in the Hall of Fame, right, guys? By breaking that 2,000-yard barrier on a 16-game season, you almost have to put Derrick Henry in the category by default, because only 8 other players have done that of ever. Is that right? Is it 8 or 5? 5 or 8? 5, 8, 8, 5. Somebody answer the question for me. I don't know. But, I mean, shoot, that's kind of a great debate, a great question to have with ourselves. Is Derrick Henry Hall of Fame worthy right now if he were to retire? Let me ask Combs that tomorrow when he is on with me as the Combs eye test takes effect on Wednesdays here at ManHour, youtube.com/ManHour, 8 p.m. East Coast time, every Sunday through Thursday. We are here, guys, 2 hours. The only live, raw, and uncut sports talk that doesn't give a damn what you think about us. But, man, when you sit back and really think about really think about this, man, Derrick Henry, a Hall of Fame running back. Man, let me record this clip here. Derrick Henry, Hall of Fame running back right now. I mean, shoot. Like I said, by default, I think you have to put him in there simply because of the 2,000-yard season, right? And so far this season, alone, he's on pace with Jim Brown, and who was the other guy he was on pace with? Was it Walter Payton? Maybe he was breaking all. He's been breaking all types of records these first 6 games of this season, or the first 5 games of the other season, not counting the 6th game. But I mean, he did have 143 yards rushing last night with 20 attempts with 3 touchdowns, 7.2 yards average. Of course, that 7-yard break off helps a little bit. Drew says every 2,000-yard running back are in the Hall of Fame, aren't they? I think so. Here, let's Google it. 2,000-yard running back, 2,000 yards in a season. I believe I think the 2,000-yard club has 8 people. People I can think off the top of my head is Jamal Lewis, Terrell Owens, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Eric Dickerson. Okay, here we go. So it just pulled up here. So there are 8 of them, like I said. We have O.J. Simpson, Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, Terrell Owens, Jamal Lewis, Chris Johnson. I forgot about Chris Johnson. Adrian Peterson, and Derrick Henry. I thought Emmitt Smith had a 2,000-yard season, but apparently not. But Eric Dickerson had the highest at 2105, and here it is. Hall of Fame. Only 4 of the 8 that right now are in the Hall of Fame. The 6 that are qualified of them, 4 of them are. So O.J. Simpson is in the Hall of Fame. Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, and Terrell Owens. Jamal Lewis and Chris Johnson are not in the Hall of Fame. So obviously Adrian Peterson and Derrick Henry do not qualify for that yet, because they have to be out of the league for 5 years, and Derrick Henry's obviously still in the league. So, answer your question, Drew. No, not every 2000 runner is in the Hall of Fame. And I think Terrell Davis, I'm picking off the back of what Tori said. Terrell Davis is in the Hall of Fame simply because of his Super Bowl rings and that one 2,000-yard season. I mean, because he had a very, very short NFL career. If I'm mistaken, he was only in the league for like 5 years, right? Let's see here. Professional career at 4 years. He was only in the league for 4 years before the injury bug bit him. So 91, 92, 93, 94. So take that for what you will. Oh no, that's the college career. My bad. I thought he was in the NFL a little bit longer than that. 95 through 2001. So what's that? That's 5, 6, 7 years he was in the NFL. So is Derrick Henry a Hall of Famer? My gut tells me no right now. But if he gets another 2,000-yard season, I think by default you have to put him in there. I mean, the only running back to do it twice. So definitely, why not? Drew says, where does Derrick Henry rank on that list as far as yardage wise goes? Let me pull it back up, because Derrick Henry had 2,027 yards, so he ranks above Chris Johnson with 2,006, and Terrell Davis 2,008, and then O.J. Simpson of 2003. So of that list there, he has the 4th least yardage at 227. So number 1 is Eric Dickerson at 2105. Number 2 is going to be, looks like, Adrian Peterson at 2,097. Number 3 is Jamal Lewis at 266. Barry Sanders is number 4 at 253. And then, everybody else is kind of crunkled in there. Derrick Henry has that number 4 at 227, I guess. So there you go. Sorry, number 5, because number 5. So 5th out of 8. So still 2,000 yards is a great season, but he also had 17 touchdowns that season, which is second most on that list. Terrell Davis had 21 that particular season, and he did have he actually had the lowest average at 5.4. Everybody else was 5.6 or higher. So fun fact there, guys. But we are getting up against a break here. We are going to talk a little Baker Mayfield moving forward. We're going to talk to some Ravens talk. And hopefully Luke G joins us here in a couple minutes as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, guys. We'll be right back here on the Man Hour. And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckcaster here with the Man Hour. Head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the new merchandise page. But if you guys don't want to pay for any merchandise, we are giving away this Man Hour logo tumbler this week here on Man Hour. And you simply raffle off. We're doing a raffle right now. So if you're watching us on youtube.com/Man Hour from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. East Coast time every Sunday through Thursday, you get a chance to get in these raffles. So you have to bet, or you have to raffle off at a minimum of 2 loyalty points, and you can do up to 10,000 loyalty points. So that's 5,000 tickets that you can definitely get in there. So right now, we do have several people that are already registered, and guys, the raffle will end Thursday here on Man Hour, youtube.com/Man Hour, and we'll be giving away hour number 2 on Thursday's show. So at 9:05 p.m. East Coast time, the winner will be announced on this. So you have to be present to win. You click on the link, you give me your address, we'll get it shipped out. Bada bing, bada boom, it is done. So it like I said, it is one of those tumblers. It keeps it hot. It keeps it cold. I do have some cold beverages in here tonight. So if you are interested, it does keep it very, very cold. And I have been sipping on it all night long. So Man Hour logo with the Man Hour website on there as well. But if you guys haven't done so already, hit this like button. Spam that like button tonight. Share this with a couple friends. And of course, spam the comments as well, as I do try to read each and every comment here throughout the show, just because I am flying solo tonight, and it keeps the flow going here. We do have a couple of new subscribers here at youtube.com/Man Hour. Thank you, Brandon Reese, for subscribing to the show. Also, funny TikTok videos with Let's Tear It Down. Thank you for subscribing as well. And also, Calvin Potter, I should say. Thank you for subscribing to the Man Hour here, guys. We definitely appreciate it. Be sure to hit that bell icon and click on all, as we do upload clips from the show every day, 24 hours a day, 365 days a week, or year, 7 days a week. Wow, I'm wizard, all types of swits at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., 11, and then 2 a.m. So those are all East Coast time. So every 3 hours, we're uploading some type of content to you guys on Man Hour. So let me go ahead and address some of these comments that Drew are coming up here with. He says, so this is in reference of the Derrick Henry for MVP. I think it's too early in the season to be putting him on the MVP list. I believe there are other more qualified people who should be considered before him right now. So, Drew, there are always, quote, better candidates to put in front of him, right? But he definitely has to be in the same breath as Josh Allen, as Aaron Rodgers, as Lamar Jackson, as Justin Herbert, right? He has to be in that same breath as those guys, because look what he's doing. He is hands down doing what nobody has ever done in the NFL ever, and it is he is continuing that. Now, usually he doesn't come on till second half of the season. Just this particular year, right now, he's doing the first 6 weeks of the season. Now, if he can continue that, that's a question for a different day. And I would love to have that debate or that conversation with Beastie when he comes on here tomorrow. So I'll be sure to put a pin in this conversation, and we'll talk about this more tomorrow. Drew also says we don't know if he's going to get hurt again. We don't know if he's going to get hurt again. We don't know if he's going to duplicate his 2,000-yard season, etc. Yes, I mean, if you want to go that route, Drew, we never know if anybody's ever going to get hurt. Did we know that Patrick Mahomes was going to dislocate his kneecap a couple years ago and miss 3 games? No, that was Lamar Jackson's MVP season, right? If Patrick Mahomes wouldn't have dislocated his knee, he would have been the first quarterback ever to get back-to-back MVPs, right? So you can play that what-if game all you want all day long, but the point of the matter is you cannot say, well, what if he gets injured? I don't know if right now he is on pace for a 2,000-yard season. He is fully healthy. He is carrying the Tennessee Titans 100%. And he's making the team look damn good, possibly a top 10 team. We'll see what Bus Wallace has to say tomorrow at 8:30 here on the Man Hour, where his power rankings rank them. And then Drew also comes back and says, I do believe he could be MVP, most definitely. Just think it's too early. That is all. I mean, if you want to go that route, it is too early to say Josh Allen is MVP. It's too early to say Lamar Jackson's MVP. You can twist it any way you want, but the truth of the matter is he's hot right now, and he's not slowing down anytime soon. Because if you look at the Titans' schedule moving forward, which I had it pulled up, but it's what is it? It's like the Jets, Jaguars, and something, and like the Miami Dolphins or something. Like it's a crazy easy next 3 games. Or was that for the Buffalo Bills? Actually, let me pull up the Titans schedule here. The Buffalo Bills had a crazy easy schedule moving forward. I digress. The Titans do play the Chiefs, Colts, and Rams, Saints moving forward. So this will be a true test for them, right? I mean, he should be able to run all over the Chiefs defense. Let's be flat out honest. The Colts always played them tough, especially in Indy. And then the Rams are obviously good, and the Saints are obviously good. So we will see where Derrick Henry stands, right? So let's go ahead and move on from the comments here, and let's talk a little bit about Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. So as you guys know, Baker Mayfield has been playing with the torn labrum in his shoulder since week 2, allegedly. So what a labrum is that little part over your shoulder that kind of like, I don't know, I'm not for sure what it does, but it's a fancy term that when you move it just right, it hurts, right? Many people are saying, oh, it's his non-throwing shoulder. It is not a big deal, yada, yada, yada. Oh, okay. You pop your shoulder out, you tear something, and you go for a jog, and you tell me it doesn't hurt. It hurts. But we are not here to talk about the pain threshold of Baker Mayfield. What we're here to talk about is what he said in his press conference today before practice. He was very limited at practice, and I don't think he actually practiced at all today. But during his press conference, he said he would make the decision if he is going to play or not. He is not going to hear the noise, I quote, from fans or from other people that if he is hindering the ability of his team or not. He's going to block out all the noise, and he's going to play if he feels like he can play. So when I hear that, when I hear what Baker Mayfield just said, I think of 2 or 3 things here. Number one, he is nowhere close to being 100%. No way, no how whatsoever. He is nowhere close to being 100%, and he knows he will not be 100% in the short work week because they play Thursday night. So he has, 3 days of rest, and bada bing, bada boom, they're on the field again. Secondly, he knows that if he were to sit, and Case Keenum, which is the Cleveland Browns backup, if he were to perform, there would be pressure for Baker Mayfield to sit out the rest of the season or rest until he is fully healed, right? Because looking at their schedule moving forward, they do play the Broncos on Thursday night. They play a bad Steelers team. We'll be talking about the Steelers later in the show. And then they play the Bengals and then the Patriots. And of course, and then they play the great Lions. Fantastic way to go, Lions. I mean, like, they don't play a brutal schedule by any means, but they're not playing an easy schedule either. So if Case Keenum does perform against the Broncos and wins, which they probably should, that carries momentum into the Steelers. You know, he has a game underneath his belt. He beats the Steelers, beats a division rival. Then they travel to Cincinnati, riding high. Kareem Hunt is back. Jarvis Landry's back. What's his face is back. The other running back, his name's slipping my mind, but he should be back from IR as well. I mean, things are starting to click. Things are flying high, right? So does Baker Mayfield sit? No, because he is playing for that next big contract, right? He is playing for that big deal that he wants so badly. And I guess you can say he deserves it, but at the same time, if you miss 4 or 5 games because you tore your shoulder, are you really going to be worth that $100 million that he so desires, wants, right? Baker Mayfield is looking at his future beyond next week, beyond this year. He is looking at his 5 to 10 years down the road. He is looking to get that big deal. That is why he is saying what he is saying. Let's just be flat out honest about it. That's why he is saying what he's saying, because he is looking for that big deal. So, guys, Browns fans, Baker Mayfield fans, guys, somebody needs to get in his ear. And if he wants to have a long-term deal, a long-term contract, a long-term career, he better rest his body right now. Because look at Cam Newton. He played through a torn labrum, right? And now he can't even throw the ball 10 yards. Hell, he's not even in the NFL. He's not even getting considered to be looked at anything, right? So Baker Mayfield, speaking from my heart, speaking as just a fan of you, because I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. Yes, I like Baker Mayfield. Do I like the Browns? Absolutely not, but I do like Baker. Rest your body, man. Case Keenum isn't going to take your starting job. Yes, he might perform versus the Broncos and the Steelers and maybe do well against the Bengals. But if you want to make a Super Bowl run, if you want that $100 million deal, heal your freaking body. Let your body rest for 3 or 4 weeks. If you need surgery, have it now. Have the surgery now. You have a bye week coming. You have an easy slate of games. The hardest game looking for right now is probably the Patriots game. And let's be honest, Baker, with you in the field or not, you guys aren't going to beat the Patriots. Sorry. Case closed on that one. You're not going to beat the Patriots. So Baker Mayfield, calm down, take a break, relax, man. Team will still be there for you right now after you are done. So, guys, I know my camera is frozen and I don't know what's going on with it. So we will, I will try to adjust it as I try. I don't think it's I don't think it's me. I think it's the software that I'm using. And as there we go. We are back, kind of, I think, but obviously no camera footage right now. So something's broken. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. But we will get that back momentarily. So right now, you guys just gonna look at a black screen. I'm sorry. Hopefully, you guys can still hear my voice and like whatnot. But with that being said, Drew says, let me scroll down here and see it as Drew is gambling man over there. Drew is getting those loyalty points up because he wants that tumbler. Drew says he is going to get hurt really, really bad if he doesn't take a break and heal him up. Yeah, exactly what I said. You are absolutely 100% correct on that, Drew. There's no question in my mind. He is going to get seriously hurt if he doesn't take care of his body right now. So on the other side of the coin, there is always that person, that coach that needs to protect the athlete from his athlete. The Browns coach, his name slipped in my mind right now. I keep wanting to say Freddie Kitchens, but obviously that's not right. The Browns coach, the Browns GM needs to sit him down and say exactly what I just said earlier. Baker, this is your team. We need you more in January than we need you mid-October. We need you more in February than we do late October. We need you healthy November, Thanksgiving, till the end of the playoffs. If we really truly want to make a playoff run, you need to miss these next three or four games. Heal yourself up, be better, and just look. Everybody else on the team's hurt, man. Kareem Hunt's hurt. Jarvis Landry's hurt. Nick Chubb's hurt. Man, just take a break, relax. We got you, man. The Broncos suck. The most overrated 3-0 team ever. They'll be 3-4 coming into this week, right? Or 3-5 or whatever it is. Steelers suck. We'll talk about them in like a little bit. The Bengals are overrated. We'll talk about them here and like a little bit too. The biggest threat right here are the Patriots. And that's after a bye week and 3 games, man. You'll be fine. Baker, sit down, relax. Relax, my man. Relax. Drew says use your air on the camera. Come on, man. I'm an IT guy. You know that. But you're right. It is a user. I actually try to use a new camera, get that 4K quality up and going, and make myself look good because I'm an ugly mug, right? It obviously didn't work. I was obviously not working, right? But man, So people here on Twitter, Trace comes in and says, the Cleveland Browns are horrible without Baker Mayfield. Okay. If you want to go that route, Trace, the Cleveland Browns are horrible without Baker Mayfield. I mean, Cleveland Browns have been horrible the last 2 weeks anyways. I mean, they lost to a very good Chargers team. 47-42. But if you flash back to the last drive or two, or actually the last 3 minutes of that game, the Browns coaching staff did not put the game in Baker Mayfield's hands. They didn't say, go win us a game, right? They passively ran the ball like, well, maybe Kareem Hunt can break one. Maybe Nick Chubb. I don't even know if Nick Chubb was in that game, like toward the end there. But let's give Kareem Hunt the ball. Maybe he'll break something. You're down 47-42 with 2 minutes left in the game, and you punt the ball away from your own 20. Obviously, Baker wasn't helping them then, right? Then they got destroyed by the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, the Cardinals are the best team in the NFL, 6-0, right? There's a lot of hate in a video right now, which I'll post right here. So the little button up here at the top. If you guys want to watch that video, feel free to. Obviously, he didn't help them that much that game, right? Case Keenum is going to be a game manager for the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are much like the Denver Broncos. They have a team in place. They have a team established. They're just a quarterback away. They are like the quarterback away. Is Baker Mayfield the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? I don't know. Earlier in the season, yes, when they went toe-to-toe with the Kansas City Chiefs. At the time, the Kansas City Chiefs were still the best team in the NFL, right? Now we're seeing hindsight's 2020. Then they beat a bad Texans team. They beat a bad bad Chicago Bears team. They beat an okay Vikings team, and then they lost to Chargers, and they lost to. So how good really are the Cleveland Browns, guys? How about that? How really good are the Cleveland Browns? They're 3-3, third in the AFC North. How good are they really? So are they really terrible without Baker? I don't know. I would like to see Case Keenum take the helm just to see. Just to see. Right? Just to see. Drew says, we can still hear you. Yeah, I know you can hear me because I got my mic set up to the Streamlabs. So big shout out to there. Let me take a drink of the old brewski out of my cold tumbler, man-hour tumbler that you guys can win tonight or win some Thursday. 10 nights only Tuesdays. Win Thursday. Get those loyalty points up. You can gamble up to 10,000 loyalty points to win that tumbler. We'll give that away hour number 2 here on Man Hour on Thursday, 9:05 East Coast time. So be sure to subscribe. Get those loyalty points up. How do you guys get loyalty points, you ask? Simple. Be active in the chat. Like the chat. Share the chat. Bada bing, bada boom. You get points. That easy. You can also gamble them. You guys see Drew gambling right there. Exclamation point gamble. You can gamble up to 100 loyalty points. You can also vote. That gets you points as well. Pretty much any action you guys take within the chat over here at youtube.com/manhour between Sunday and through Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. East Coast time, you get points for it. It's simple as that. Simple as that. So guys, we are up against break number 2 here. We're going to take a break. I'm going to reach out to my man, Luke G, see if he is going to be able to join us or not. I know he has been a little under the weather because he did not have his Luke G's field review tonight. But guys, be sure to subscribe to his channel. I will link it in the description. Luke G field review. Subscribe. Guys, get him to 3,000 subs. Do it for us. Every time he is on, he brings his fans all over here, and it is awesome. We'll be right back, guys, here on the Man Hour. And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckkosher with the Man Hour tonight. Head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the new Beastie merch that has just dropped last week. We got hoodies, t-shirts, joggers, tumblers, backpacks, everything you could possibly want in the Beastie merch is over there live right now. Also, coming up here in the month of November, guys, we're having a team competition. It is between Team Buck, Team Combs, and Team Tory. Also, Team Wyatt will be in there as well, but who really cares about Wyatt? Let's just be honest. No, I'm totally kidding. I miss Wyatt. Love him like a brother and fuck him like a sister, right? But with that being said, guys, in the month of November and the month of December, we're having a team competition. We'll have Team Buck shirts, Team Combs, Team Tory, and Team Waffle. So be sure to pick up a team t-shirt in the month of November, and whoever wins that t-shirt competition, who gets the most t-shirt sales, will basically have to tell us all what to do. That's either shave our legs, shave our head, eat some hot sauce, whatever, right? You guys know how we do it here on the Man Hour. I'll probably have to shave my beard because apparently nobody likes me for whatever reason, but it is what it is. So, guys, Drew says he has subscribed to the Luke G channel, and he is very, very knowledgeable. Yeah, Luke G is a very knowledgeable, a very level-headed, a very common-sense person, unlike me. Now, I'm knowledgeable to an extent, right? Am I level-headed? Hell no. I speak my mind. Most of the time, I don't think before I say. I just blurt shit out, and that's just the way it is. Like, that's why Man Hour's logo is live, raw, and uncut, because we don't. Yes, we do have like a little rundown before each show, but 9 times out of 10, guys, here on the Man Hour, we are shooting from the hip. That's just the way we like it. So it is what it is, and if you don't like it, go over to Luke G's show. Luke G is knowledgeable, level-headed. However, last night I was listening to his show. He was pissed off about his lines. He was not happy about what was going on in Detroit. He was like me with the Kansas City Chiefs just a couple weeks ago. Fire everybody, right? Fire everybody. So, excuse me. As the allergies are getting to me, is anybody else ready for like a really, really hard freeze? I'm talking like hard kill everything, right? I'm negative 55 degrees would be fantastic. Man, I need a good allergy. Not an allergy, but I need an allergy pill. But I need the coldness to kill everything out there, the pollen, the ragweed, whatever's out there, right? So, guys, we have talked some Bills Titans, some Josh Allen, Kevin says, Mike McDermott, or Sean McDermott, how about that? The Bills coach making a bad call. We talked King Henry, talked some Baker Mayfield. So we might as well stay in the AFC North, I should say, and talk some Baltimore Ravens. So, guys, as my camera freezes again, and I don't know what's going on, I'm just gonna have to put the old camera back up there. I definitely apologize for that. Maybe the camera's got allergies too. But we talked last night about what makes Lamar Jackson trash, right? We talked about it, about how you fans put him up on this pedestal. We're not going to beat that dead horse again, but Lamar Jackson's job just got a hell of a lot harder. Ronnie Stanley is now having season-ending ankle surgery. So, as you guys know, he is the left tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. He protects Lamar Jackson with his life, right? I mean, because let's just be honest, Lamar Jackson's running for his life most of the time. But when he does, Ronnie Stanley is a anchor of that offensive line. So Ronnie Stanley has basically taken over Orlando Brown's spot at the left tackle when Orlando Brown went to the Kansas City Chiefs, my Kansas City Chiefs. So with that being said, the Baltimore Ravens are sitting at 5-1 right now. But like I said, guys, Lamar Jackson relies heavily on this offensive line to protect him when he's running for his life. I mean, yes, I know he's running for his life 9 times, like out of 10, but the offensive line is still very potent there, right? And then if you look at their schedule moving forward, they do play the Bengals this week. This is at home, a 1 o'clock game. So this could be a test for them. The Bengals are sneaky good, or they just overrated. We'll find out Sunday. But then they play an overrated Vikings team, a bad Dolphins team, a bad Bears team, a Browns team, Steelers, Browns, Packers. So their schedule for the next couple weeks are a little bit of favorable in their descent. So maybe they can find a replacement for Ronnie Stanley, but he is out for having ankle surgery, which will end his season that he announced on Tuesday. So I want to ask you guys this, like how big a loss is this for the Baltimore Ravens? Obviously, it's a huge loss. When you lose your starting left tackle, no matter what NFL team you're on, it is a big loss. When you have your blind side protected by one guy for last, all year, it is a big loss. So, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the next topic of the show here. And is everything going wrong right now? It's kind of irritating me a little bit. I'm just going to be flat out honest. It's irritating me a lot. So we are going to stay in the AFC North, and we are going to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big Ben Roethlisberger, he has done a little bit better the last couple weeks, and basically, the Steelers offense, guys, still needs a little bit of tinkering. They were rescued from a 3-game skid by beating the downed Seahawks, right? It's just, guys, the Pittsburgh Steelers are bad. They are bad. Let's just be flat out honest. Ben Roethlisberger somehow, some way is still hanging around, looking better in the last 2 wins, obviously, but the offense can no longer run through Big Ben. That's just the way it is. The offense can no longer run through Big Ben. It has to run through Najee Harris. And whenever Mike Tomlin figures that out, the Steelers might be a playoff-bound team. They have a great defense. TJ Watt is looking freaking like amazing. Najee Harris is starting to come into his own. Chase Claypool is starting to catch those intermediate routes that he needs to catch, right? But until the Pittsburgh Steelers figure out their offense, aka run the damn ball, they are going to be a 500 team at best. So some positive things about Big Ben right now. So this short passing game that he has, he was 19 for 19 on the short passing game. So the short passing game is underneath 10 yards, which he had 138 yards for a touchdown in a Sunday night game versus the Seahawks. That is the most completions without an incompletion on a short passes by any quarterback in the next gen stats era, which is crazy to me, right? So basically, they are trying to make the short passing game a substitution for the running game. Take that out, guys. Take it out. Just run the damn ball with Najee Harris and then go deep with Chase Claypool. Big Ben can still push it down the field, 20, 30 yards accurately. Better than Lamar Jackson. Might be the best deep ball thrower in the AFC North right now. I mean, Joe Burrow's solid, right? Lamar Jackson's mediocre at best at long throws, and Baker Mayfield, he's very, very suspect. So nonetheless, guys, Pittsburgh Steelers are a bad team as currently constructed, as in the play calling. Fix the play calling, the Pittsburgh Steelers might be a playoff bound team. Wow. I just saw a comment, and I'm not even going to repeat it. So let me go ahead and ban this person. Bada bing, bada boom. So, yeah. On that note, guys, we are going to go ahead and end the show tonight. We are an hour in. We have 30 minutes of Mr. Zen. So Zen is coming up here on the interview. If you're listening to us on Big X 96.1 Big X Sports Radio here in Louisville, Kentucky, 1450 AM as well. Or if you're listening to us on the Belly Up Sports podcast as well, that's their sports network at bellyupsports.com. You can listen to the Zen interview. We actually have 45 minutes of Zen. He had his first start last week as a true freshman with the Ohio State Buckeyes. So we got Zen lined up. But guys, have a good night. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. And Drew says, level-headed, you're a ginger. Never.